want to go
It
back?
started on the first. It started on the second thing project. The second slide.
And it won't. Yeah? Oh, it's online now?
Yeah, so just
Okay, go with
we're
it.
starting.
Go with it.
We're good.
Go with it. Relax.
Okay.
You're doing fine?
It went fine.
Good. Looking good.
It's still in.
No, I'm good. You have a ninja? I don't have a job today. She's doing solo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Lindsay and I will be your MC this morning. Welcome to Makawao Hongbanji's Dharma School Family Service. Please stand if you are able, and let's begin the service by singing the Vandana T. Surana together in both Pali and English.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. No.
Thank you. Please be seated. We will now sing the Gatha, Gasha with Amida, which will be shown on the screens. Chanting will be followed by quiet meditation.
Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I show with Amida trees and grasses and flowers, all grown in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I show with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seeds sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I show with Amida. filled with light, I gasho with Amida. Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho with Amida. In the clear, bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I gasho with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho with Amida. The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land.
We will now sit in quiet meditation.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Now sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Boots, Namo Amida 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 Boots.
Everyone is welcome to offer incense as an expression of gratitude for the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Please use any of the 3 incense burners at the front. Thank you. Let's all recite the golden chain of love together. I am a link
In a beautiful golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my name bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all of me within myself. I will try to think beautiful thoughts, to say beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now depends not on my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May everything in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida, Namo Amida.
Please rise if you are able to sing the Gatha Namo Amida Butsu, the words of which will be found on the screen.
Sorry, I think it's when we see the golden
Oh my
sun.
that doesn't speak about fault.
Wrong slide.
Ah,
Sorry.
same thing.
I tell the minister to edit the slides.
Okay, please rise if you are able to sing the Gatha when we see the golden sun, the words of which will be found on the screen.
Very good.
When joy and light.
Wait, no.
Okay.
I can't get it.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Thank you.
And now, hopefully without any other problem, it's Children's Dharma story time!
Yes, and you can sit down for it, it's okay. Well, that was very strange. Okay. Well, live from New York, live from Makawao, it's Children's Dharma story time, starring Barkley the dog and Lucy the ladybug and Baby Dot. Hey-ha! Ohio gozaimasu. Good morning. Mahalo for coming this morning. It's so great to see you. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to see all of you this morning. Yes. Mahalo, nui loa. Thank you very, very much. Okay, today's story is one of my favorites. It's called I Didn't Do My Homework Because by David Kali and Benjamin Chad, or Chade. Oh, there he is. This book is dedicated to Valentino and Ben, and that's from David, and for Milo from Benjamin. I didn't do my homework because by David Kali and Benjamin Chad. So, why didn't you do your homework? I didn't do my homework because an airplane full of monkeys landed in our yard. A rebellious robot destroyed our house. Elves hid all of my pencils. I was abducted by a UFO. Just when I started to do my homework, we were attacked by Vikings. Giant lizards invaded my neighborhood. Some cough medicine that my doctor prescribed had a strange effect on me. I had to help my uncle build a high-tech do my homework for me machine. But when we finally finished, it didn't work. My dog was swallowed up by another dog, so I spent the afternoon at the vet. I was at my cat's funeral. Some escaped convicts from the local jail hid in my bedroom and wouldn't come out. My uncle was challenged to a duel by a neighbor. We found a lost penguin, so we took him to the North Pole. But penguins live at the South Pole. Exactly. When we realized our mistake, we had to come back and take him to the other pole. My brother and I were kidnapped by a circus. My family discovered oil in our backyard. I gave my pencils to Robin Hood. A famous director asked to use my bedroom to shoot his new movie. Some strange birds made a nest on our roof. We had a problem with carnivorous plants. Our roof suddenly disappeared. The neighbors asked if we could help them look for their armadillos. My sister's rabbit chewed up all of my pencils and workbooks. My brother had his little problem again. tornado swept up all of my books. So why don't you believe me? Because I've read the same book. The end. And the book has profiles of the author and the illustrator. And the back cover says, when to use this book when you haven't finished your homework. It does have a caution. Caution, each excuse may be used only once. And that was the story. I didn't do my homework because by David, Kali, and Benjamin Chabet. Wasn't that a great story? The book had me laughing the whole time because the excuses just got crazier and crazier. Did you know when Sensei was a little boy, my favorite excuse was, I didn't do my homework because a dog ate it. And for some reason, the teachers never believed me. Well, I know what you mean, Sensei, because that dog was me. That's right, Barkley the Rascal Dog got started as the dog who ate your homework. Okay, so raise your hand, and the adults in the room, raise your hand if you've ever used that excuse. The dog ate my homework. Oh, okay, me and Mitch, we went to the same school, obviously. Okay, that's right. Once a rascal dog, always a rascal dog. Well, how about you, Lucy the Ladybug? What part of the book did you like? Or maybe you'd like me to eat your homework. Well, mahalo for asking, Barkley. I love the book because it was so funny. But, I always did my homework because I'm a ladybug, and that's what ladybugs do. So I never have to think of such amazing excuses. I was abducted by a UFO. I thought that excuse was the best because I never would have thought of that. Well, how about you, baby doll? What part did you like? I loved how the teacher didn't believe the boy because she had read the same book too. Sorry, Barkley's in there somewhere. Okay. So, that's right, you do. Remember, kids, be good. But not too much. Okay, very good. Thank you. Back to the MC.
And now, Dharma School students and children under the age of 11 get to follow Auntie Sharon and Auntie Karen to the social hall for Dharma School. Have fun.
Have fun. Good job, Lindsay. You can do it every time.
No. Make Tori do it next time.
Huh?
Make Tori do it next time.
No.
Okay, all the adults in the room, you all want to go to the social hall for Sunday school. It's a lot more fun, actually.
Yes.
But we're ready to go, I guess. Yep.
And Reverend Carey will now offer the Dharma talk for the rest of us.
Yep. So let's give them 20 minutes. So let me set a timer real quick. That's actually the hardest part about this one because I'd like to end early and we just go and get refreshments and stuff. But no, they got a plan for the Dharma school, so we have to buy some time. But today, I thought I'd talk about Maumwami Daozi since it is the core, doctrinal point of Jodo Shinshu. And also to talk a little bit about where the phrase "just say mahalo" comes from. And there's an actual evolution of how this works. But I just like to cover. So fortunately or unfortunately, you get the very basic lesson in Jodo Shinshu. What is Namo Amida Butsu? What do we say it? And why should I care? So we'll just begin there. So we'll begin with the words of Master Shinran, the founder of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. Just say the Nembutsu and be saved by Amida. There is nothing else involved. The words of Shinran Shonin quoted in the Tanisho, a record of lament of divergences. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Now, to give this quotation some context, you have to understand that one, this is actually Shinran quoting his teacher Honen. So he was always talking about how Honen taught him, just say Namo Amida Butsu, be saved by Amida, nothing else is involved. Simple, right? So let's all say Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Okay, you're all saved by Amida, nothing else is involved, we can go home. Go to refreshments. We can get Karen and Sharon upset because we're showing up 2 minutes into their story. And so, when one of the things that's confusing for a lot of people when you first start is what is the Nembutsu? Because we talk about it, and it does mean different things, which is why it gets confusing. But the key meaning is to say or to vocalize, saying Namo Amida Butsu. Now, some of you will be familiar if you've been hanging around the Honganji for a while. Up until about the 70s, we said Namu. So Namu Amida Butsu. And you'll see this in some of our Gathas where it says, we're singing Namu. About the 70s onward, the Honganji organization changed, and it became Namo. The reason being that Shinran, in a lot of his writings, so the collected works, the notation says Namo, so his preferred one apparently was Namo. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But just to explain, there is a difference. The way they're written in kanjis is different. There's no particular meaning because it's actually written phonetically, because it comes from Sanskrit. So Namo comes from Sanskrit, like namas, the root verb is namas, as in namaste. Which Americans are more familiar with. This does have a specific meaning in Jodo Shinshu, meaning take refuge. Take refuge. Now, Amida is the Japanese pronunciation of the Sanskrit word Amita, which means immeasurable or unquantifiable, as in, right, Amida is the Buddha of immeasurable life and immeasurable light. And then Butsu is the Japanese pronunciation of Buddha. Right? So take refuge. So what we're saying is take refuge in Amida Buddha. Take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida. So note that there's no personal pronoun. But in American English, you have to state the subject by using a pronoun usually. Right? So I take refuge in Amida. So that's what we want to think, right? But again, the way it's written is take refuge in Amida. And in fact, Shinran, in his writings, teaches that this is Amida's command to us. Take refuge in Amida Buddha. It is an imploration, it's imploring us, please, please, for God's sake. No, Buddha doesn't say that. For Nirvana's sake or something. Take refuge, take refuge. And so I'm going to be talking about that this morning. Why is Amida Buddha, right, this kind of like super Buddha, I guess you could say, so concerned about Gary, so concerned about us, each of us? It's like, take refuge, take refuge. It's asking us, imploring us, please, please take refuge. And so this is referred to as the calling voice of Amida. So when you think back to the first time you heard Namo Amida Butsu, and it may have been a minister, someone from Japan going, Namanda, 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 Namanda. And so that is the voice of Amida reaching out to you, calling to you, take refuge in Amida Buddha. Life is tough, human life is tough. The Buddha taught that, the basic foundational teachings. Right? If you're born human, life's tough. It's not supposed to be easy. You're going to be struggling through these things, but you can find refuge. You can take refuge in Amida's compassion. And so that's it. So just remember, we say Namo Amida Butsu, we can go home. What do you say? Let's go. Okay, no, sorry, that's only 2 minutes and we have to keep going. But think about that teaching, right? If this is the core of the teaching, just say Nam Amida Butsu. Wouldn't you just say Nam Amida Butsu and everything's done? So why don't we? Why don't we? And this becomes the fundamental question. So, as college-educated, critically thinking adults, right, you should be wondering why. Why should I believe you? If you're really into this stuff from a theological perspective, is there a doctrinal basis for this teaching? Is there a scriptural basis for this teaching? Yes, and we're going to get into that today. So here you go. Right? Ever wonder what the Hongkan and Hongkanji is? This is it. Okay, we're done. Okay, that's right. You don't read Chinese. So the Hongkanji literally translates as the temple of the primal vow. Okay, so the Hongkan is the primal vow. It is considered, it's number 18 of 48 vows. So the Dharmakara, who's the Bodhisattva who becomes Amida Buddha, makes 48 vows, right, to create a path for just your average human being, right? Not superhuman beings like Siddhartha, like Gautama Buddha. So the human being who becomes a Buddha in this body, in this life, is obviously an exceptional, remarkable person. But for the rest of us, we got jobs, we got things to worry about. The doctor's, saying sit down. The doctor's saying you got to stop doing that, or you should be doing more of this, or. As soon as you turn on the news, it's like everything's making you crazy. You change the channel, you get a commercial saying, "Hey, do you have enough money in retirement?" There's all these things introducing anxiety to our lives. And so, right, how do you find refuge in a chaotic world? And again, Nam Amida Butsu, take refuge in Amida Buddha. So the 18th vow is the primal vow, the Hongkan. If you're into, what was the thing, K-pop demon hunters, they talk about the Honmun. The Honmun, if you're really listening to it, which means essentially like the main gate, the main protecting thing that's protecting our world. I throw that in just because our grandchildren are impressed when grandpa knows stuff like that. So here we go. This is from the larger sutra, the Tathagata of Immeasurable Life. Right? And in the 18th vow, the Bodhisattva Dhammakara sets 3 conditions for birth into the pure man. So the Chinese, the Sino-Japanese reading looks like this. So raise your hand if you read Chinese. No? Raise your hand if you read Japanese. Raise your hand if you know the difference between Chinese grammatical structure and Japanese grammatical structure. So Sino-Japanese kanbun is using Japanese-style kanjis, using the Chinese-style kanjis, using Japanese grammatical structures. So they do that just to throw you off. But here's what it says. So if you'd like to say that you have chanted the 18th vow, the primal vow, here's your chance. So just follow along. Repeat after me. Setsu ga toku butsu. Jippo shujo. Shishin shingyo. Yokusho gakoku. Naishi junen. Nyakufu shosha. Fushu shogaku. Yuijo gokyaku. Hiho shoho. Namo. So that's number 18. There's 48 of these things. There's 48 passages on this. I brought my book. So at the seminary, they say, okay, for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be chanting this, the larger sutra. Because as an ordained priest of the Hongkanji, someone will eventually ask you, have you ever chanted the entire larger sutra? So we're going to chant the entire larger sutra just so that we say we can. So I marked it, but you can, actually it's kind of hard to see from where you are. But it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. And then you flip it over and you go in the other direction. Right? So about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, you're finished. So Who wants to go for practice-based Buddhism? What do you say? You're going to be chanting for hours, man. I love this stuff. And it would sound something like Setsuga Tokubutsu Jippo Shujo Shishin Shingyo Shishin Shingyo Yokusho Gakoku Naishi Junen Yakufu Shosha Fushu Shogaku Jo Go Gaku Ho Shogo Setsuga Tokubutsu Jippo Shujo Hongan sorry Hotsu Bodaishin Hatsubo Daishin Shusho. So you can see, right? Even me, I mean, I've done this before. It's not easy. It's not easy. Mitch has a copy of it all written in English letters. If you're really interested in this stuff, it's going to look like pages and pages of this.
60 pages.
Yes, it's impressive stuff. I ordered 5 more. They're on the way. So we're going to start chanting the larger sutra. What do you say? It's actually. If you're familiar with Jusei-ge and Sanbutsu-ge, those are excerpts from the larger sutra. Those are just small parts, small bits and parts. And even then, people say it's too long. I don't understand what I'm saying. But if I told you, right, the secret to your awakening is inside this, what would you do? But nah, I think I'll go to the easy Buddhists. These guys are too complicated. Which is why it all comes down to Namo Amida. So that's the key thing to remember is, yes, you can become a monk, you can chant this stuff, you could study this stuff. I mean, the problem I have is because I lived in both Japan and China. When I look at the characters, I know what it means in Chinese and Japanese. And my brain is saying, why is the verb in the wrong place? Because it's different, right? And then I look at the English translation, and my translator brain's going, wait a minute, that nuance is not correct. So it becomes a bit more of a challenge when you actually know the language. But the point simply being, what exactly are we saying? Just wait, we'll get to the English translations, it's even more confusing. The 18th thought. If, when I realize Buddhahood, sentient beings of the 10 quarters, with sincere heart, mind, and trust joyfully, aspiring to birth, and saying Namo Amida Butsu perhaps 10 times, are not born into the Pure Land, I shall not become Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Now, remember, you got to get through 48 of these things. And the structure, obviously, is kind of like, weird logic, right? If this doesn't happen, I'm not going to do this. But basically, let's parse this, go through it line by line. If, when I realize Buddhahood, so the story goes, Dharmakara took 10 kalpas, or 5 kalpas, depending on which version you read, which essentially is a bazillion years. So think of this, a heavenly angel comes down from the sky, wearing the finest lightweight silk robes, As she flies over Haleakala, her sleeve brushes it once, and 10,000 years comes back again. 10,000 years comes back again. 10,000 years comes back again. So the time it takes for Haleakala to be reduced to ground level is a kalpa. So 10 bazillion years of thinking, right? And he's fulfilled all the vows. The thing to remember is he makes 48 vows and fulfills all of the 48 vows, including the 18, becoming Amida Buddha, the Buddha that we know as Amida. Because all of these vows have been fulfilled. Sentient beings of the 10 quarters. The 10 quarters is a reference to everywhere, so it's like all sentient beings. The modern definition of sentient beings means being aware of your existence. And so humans are considered sentient beings. Dogs and cats are sentient beings. They have a sense that they exist. So, there we go. So all sentient beings, not just so all people, of course, all human beings, just as you are, everywhere. Right? And here comes the conditions. So, shishin, sincere heart mind, shinyo, entrust joyfully. So entrust your karmic destiny, to Amida. And aspiring to birth, so aspiring to birth into the Pure Land, to become a Buddha, to save other people is a very important nuance here. And saying Namo Amida Butsu perhaps 10 times. Perhaps 10 times. So if you fulfill these conditions, if everyone is not born into the Pure Land,
I refuse to become a Buddha. And I won't, I'll keep working at it until everyone is done. So a couple of logical things pop up. The paradox of the primal vow always comes up. Well, wait a minute, Carrie, I'm obviously not a Buddha. Thus, the conditions have not been fulfilled. Thus, the primal vow is not true. Thus, saying Namami Dabatsu makes no sense. The explanation is, the reason why it took 10 billion years, 10 kalpas, is because the Buddha, so Dharmakara, Amida, has already done the hard work required for me to become a Buddha. It's guaranteed. It's done. That's it. So, everyone in this room, your birth in the Pure Land is assured. Not only that. Okay, we can stop there and go home. But no, we're cynical Americans, so we don't believe this stuff. But that's the thing. So that in a lot of ways, if you need to quote unquote understand Jodo Shinshu, understand the vow. What does it say? What does it mean? Who is it intended for? It basically says everyone will become a Buddha. All you have to do is have sincere heart and mind. Right? That's number one. Gee, that's kind of hard. A pure heart, a pure mind, total sincerity. Let's work on that one. Right? Entrusting joyfully. Right? It's not like, why should this work? Is Namami Dabatsu a petitionary prayer? Right? To your point. Am I asking Amida to let me into the Pure Land? No, it is not. Saying Namami Dabatsu perhaps 10 times. I love this one. Perhaps 10 times. Maybe 10 times. Hey, give or take. Which is why, and Mitch has gone to the Jodo Mission services, they specifically repeat Namami Dabatsu 10 times. Well, it's specific. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because the primal vow says exactly that. So the Jodo Shu people, you'll find that they put more emphasis on the quantitative vocalization of Namami Dabatsu. Naman Dabu, Naman Dabu, Naman Dabu, Naman Dabu, Naman Dabu. So I say something profound, you all say, Naman Dabu, Naman Dabu. Someone cuts you off on the Haleakala Highway, Naman Dabu, Naman Dabu. You finally get to Costco, and you get the last basket, and some crazy person from Los Angeles cuts you off just as you're getting to the big muffins or whatever those things are. And you're like, so you could get mad, or you could say, Naman Dabu. This too is Naman Dabu. So Nembutsu, and this is where it starts getting complicated, it's like, to be mindful of Amida Buddha, to think on Amida in the sense of meditation, contemplation, visualization, which we have elements of that in the Sunday service. To call upon Amida Buddha, to say the name, to say Namo Amitabhas, to hear, in quotes, to hear, to truly understand the meaning of Namo Amitabhas. Why? Why would someone spend 10 bazillion years to become a Buddha so they can save everybody else, including me, the idiot? Think of that, right? What kind of, and this is why we refer to it as great compassion. It is way beyond human compassion. But also because infinite light, right? Infinite wisdom. Amida knows it's going to take Harry a really, really long time to let go of his ego. And Amida's always smiling at you like, hey, that's okay, I got immeasurable life, take your time. Take your time. Amida talks to me that way, he's a pretty funny guy. And again, from a doctrinal perspective, when you're born into the Pure Land, you're free of your human body, right? The limitations of the human body, limitations of the human mind. Right? You're free of that. And instantaneously, boom, you become a Buddha. In oneness with Amida, you return here as part of the calling voice, Namo Amitabha. So we return to this world in oneness to guide everybody else to the Pure Land. And the whole point of Buddhism is to break free of this endless cycle of birth and death in the 6 realms of existence, which is one of those technical things. It's actually quite interesting to study the 6 realms. But just to say that the Buddhist view of the world says that we transmigrate through these 6 realms. So there's the God realm, semi-gods, human realm, wild animals, hungry ghosts, and hell beings. Right? So that there's, the world is described as having these 6 realms of existence. Consider this, the important part is that when you're born into the human realm, this is the only chance you have, right, to awaken, to break free of this cycle. Otherwise, So let's say you're Elon Musk, right? You've got $10 bazillion, whatever he's got. You can do anything. I mean, literally, do anything with no consequence. Is he happy? Right? Is he pursuing his spiritual growth? It's arguable. Right? But think about that, right? That the more you get, the more you want. And so people who are in the God realm, yes, they have everything. They got money, got power, influence, do anything you want. But they get complacent. They get lazy. Right? Demigods, semi-gods, look at the God realm and kind of go, man, I wish I had that. And so they're always fighting each other. Even though they have semi-God powers, right? They're always fighting because they want more. Human beings, you know. The path to breaking free of the endless cycle of birth and death is included in non-mommy dogs. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't need to go to church. Nah, that's no fun. Just say non-mommy dogs. What should that work? And the whole point is, it shouldn't, rationally thinking. Right? So, just to give you some definitions here. So the path of Nembutsu has many meanings. Its key meaning is mindfulness of Amida Buddha. It also refers specifically, Nembutsu refers specifically to Namo Amidabutsu. Right? So the name, quote unquote, the name, Namo Amidabutsu. It refers to hearing, Namo Amidabutsu, to hearing the calming voice. It refers to saying Namo Amidabutsu, the practice of always vocalizing it. It refers to thinking, right? This constant mindfulness of Amida. Amida is everywhere, in everything, all at once. We just have to wake up to it. And then, eventually, it becomes Namo Amidabutsu of gratitude, that we're saying, Namo Amidabutsu, I am embraced because I'm an egotistical, self-centered human being, but Amida's great compassion embraces me just as I am. Namo Amidabutsu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that becomes the meaning of it. And so I'm just going to jump to this one here. Okay, so what does Shinran teach about this? The words of Shinran. Solely saying the Tathagata's name constantly, one should respond with gratitude to the universal vow of great compassion. The words of Shinran, Shonin, Collected Works of Shinran, Volume 1, page 68. Namo Amidabutsu. So the universal vow of great compassion, the universal vow of Amida to save all sentient beings. And it's pretty straightforward, just say Namo Amidabutsu. Because of that, we should respond in gratitude to everything. Simply saying Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu. So we'll conclude with the words of Shinran. Just say the Nembutsu and be saved by Amida. There's nothing else involved. Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu. And that's it. So just say Mahalo. If Namo Amidabutsu is too complicated, just say Namo Amidabutsu. Just say Mahalo. Just say thank you. So Mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. And over to our MC.
Thank you for sharing the Dharma this morning, Reverend Carey. Let's all chant the Metta Sutta, the Loving Kindness Sutra.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
Please rise if you are able, and let's sing Ondoku-san, the hymn of gratitude, which will be found on the screen. Please remain standing and let's sing the Nembutsu, which will be found on the screen.
Saying the Tathagata's name constantly, one should respond with gratitude to the universal vow of great compassion. The Wisdom of Shinran Shonin, which you can find in the collected works of Shinran, this is volume 1, page 71, inside the Shoshinja. Not one else, not one else.
Reverend Carey will now lead us in a gratitude meditation. You may be seated.
Oh, that part keeps falling down. Keeps falling out. So let's sit together again quietly for a few moments. Just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet in front of the ground. Sit up straight. Align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway, so you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. As you breathe out, just say mahalo. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Utsinamanda, 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 Utsinamanda.
Thank you very, very much. What? Hang on. Thank you very much for joining our Dharma family service today. May your day be filled with aloha. Are there any announcements?
Probably. Okay, so next Sunday, April 26th, we have Eshin-ni, Kakushin-ni service, which marks the contributions of Eshin, who was Shinran's wife, and Kakushin, who was his daughter. And without these two women, the Honganji literally wouldn't exist. Our guest speaker is a very special guest speaker, Dr. Miki Tomita Okamoto, who many of you know. She's a Wailuku girl. And she's also going to be one of the keynote speakers at next year's World BWA conference, or World Buddhist Women's Convention. Sorry. It's the Sekai Taikai, it's the World Convention. So, but anyway, she's a great speaker. She's very much trained in Hawaiian cultural practices, and is in a really great position to explain Nembutsu, so our path, in the context of Hawaiian cultural practices. I think you'll find her to be a very interesting speaker. For May, so we have First Sunday at Dharma School on May 3rd. We'll have a special guest speaker for Okan-e, so for Shinran's birthday, Reverend David Fujimoto, who's from Mo'iliili, Honganji. And for those of you who've met him, he's got a big bushy beard, he's kind of a big guy. And he also, his claim to fame is his Crocs look like R2-D2. And he wears his Crocs under his robe, so it's great. He's got, got the black robes on, but his Crocs they look like R2-D2, so if you can imagine that. But also, appearances can be deceiving. He's a highly educated, highly qualified student of Buddhism. He knows a lot more than I do. And then May 17th, there's no service here. We'll have Maui Fujimatsuri at Kahului, Honganji. And then on May 24th, we have Dharma's a lay service here because I'll be off island. I'm going to be the guest speaker on Kauai. And then May 31st, we moved it forward a little bit, baccalaureate service. Our guest speaker will be Lois Nishikawa. If you know anybody who's graduating, please let us know. June, just to give you a heads up, June 7th, this will be garage sale setup day, so no service here. We will have Dharma family service on June 14th. The garage sale is June 2021, so on the 21st, we won't have any service. And then on the 28th, we'll have Dharma family service. I think that's it. Are there any other announcements?
Any other announcements?
Aloha. For anyone that would like to support our troops, our Troop 180 and Troop 18, we're doing a Chow Fund fundraiser next Sunday. You can pick it up right here after our guest speaker. It's $10 per quart, and it's to support our troops traveling and supporting our home office as well. So I have tickets if anyone's interested. Thanks.
Any other announcements? No? Okay, everyone is welcome to enjoy refreshments and talk story in the social hall.
Very good, thank you. And one more, let's start with music. One of my friends from high school, he does this he proposes these things as a music production company. So if you like this sort of stuff, he gave access to his whole library of what they call cues. So let me know. I can give you the passwords and stuff. You get in there to play with them.